Hey there, sports fans. Mike Crook coming at you with episode 31 of Laces Out. In this episode, we're going to be touching on conference championships this week, as well as how our fantasy's going, coming into the playoffs, 1 week left in the regular season, as well as an update on our NCAA and NFL Pick Ems. So stay tuned. All right, so now that Florida State and Colorado season has officially come to an end, unfortunately, we can only hope that their off-season rebuilding produces a 1,000% better product on the field next season. So the signing day did happen yesterday. Both teams did get a lot of great acquisitions, including Jameis Winston's younger brother signing to Florida State. He should be a beast for FSU. I think he's got time at quarterback, wide receiver. I think he's even been like a tight end on some stuff. So good job, Knowles. Great pickup. But here's to hoping that both programs put a much better product on the field in the fall. One can only hope, right? It can only get better. But let's move on. All right, so let's move over to fantasy football. Our team has now officially secured the number 1 spot heading into the playoffs, and Talon has locked in the number 2 spot. And for all you young kids out there, our league has actually gone balls to the wall and put together 4 6 and 7 teams heading into the final week of regulation. So those 4 teams are vying for the final 2 spots in the playoffs. I'm taking on one of those teams. Stacy's also taking on a team that's also 6 and 7, and then Jordan's taking on a team that's 5 and 8, I believe. So honestly, if I had to put good money on it right now, I would say that Jordan and Stacy have the best chance of winning their games this weekend, but time will tell. We'll see what happens when the dust settles comes Monday night, but good luck to everybody. It's been a great season. Looking forward to the playoffs. I hope to God I don't go one and done in the playoffs. So here's hoping, right? Fingers crossed. But Pick Ems. Okay. I was terrible last week with my college picks. Went a nasty 4 and 6 on the week. And yeah, and it can only get better with picking the championship games this weekend, right? So fingers crossed. Don't know how it's going to pan out, but yeah. And my NFL picks weren't much better. I went a nasty 9 and 7, and I've now fallen out of the top 1,000 in the overall ESPN rankings. I think I'm down to like 1750, so terrible. But I'm hoping that I can have a really good rebound week this weekend and get back into the top 1,000, because honestly, that wasn't even a goal. I just have been on this nasty little tear with picks this week and just kind of climbed that overall ESPN ladder. So it's kind of turned into a quasi-goal. Like, let's see if we can finish in the top 1,000. That'd be cool. It's probably been the best season of picks I've ever had. But fingers crossed, we'll see how that one pans out when the dust settles comes Monday night. So stay tuned. All right, lastly, let's talk our ACC and Big 12 picks for the season. Oh, this close to a perfect weekend. Had I gone with the spread or what the analysts say, I actually would have gone 3-0. Because I went 2-1 in the ACC, 2-1 in the Big 12. My only losses were picking Florida State and Colorado. So literally this close to a perfect weekend. But I wanted to give my teams their due, hope for the best, and honestly CU was closer in getting the win than Florida State was. Let's be real. Florida State was close to that first half. That second half, I don't know, Florida just ramped it up and walked away with it. So went 2-1 in both leagues on the weekend. 35 and 37 overall on the season. I did split the ACC at 18 and 18. Big 12, I went 17 and 19. So here's to hoping for a better 2026 in picking games in both of those conferences. But let's jump into the real picks for this week. We're not going to do ACC Big 12. We're actually going to focus on all 9 major conference championships that are happening this weekend, this Friday and Saturday. So first up, let's dive into Friday night's championship games. All right, so Friday night, first game on the slate, we have Troy at 8-4 traveling to number 25 ranked James Madison, who's sitting at 11-1 on the year for the Sun Belt Championship game. I don't know anything about these teams, so I'm literally just going to pick this one based on the spread. Right now, James Madison is favored by 23.5 points. You know what? Give me James Madison in this one big. Why not? I'm going to go with what Vegas thinks is going to happen. So James Madison for the dub. Next up, we have the Conference USA Championship. Kennesaw State against Jacksonville State. I want to say Kennesaw State won this one previously in the season. And I know that Rematches are really hard to win when it comes time to playing in a bowl game or conference championship or whatever. Usually the team that lost the first time oftentimes wins the second time around. But still, give me Kennesaw State in this one. Field goal or less, why not? We'll go with the Vegas odds. And next up, the American Championship. We have number 24 North Texas at 11-1, traveling to number 20 Tulane at 10-2. And right now, honestly, also, I know nothing about either of these teams. But we're going to go with North Texas in this one, a touchdown or less. Why not? Give me North Texas on the road, getting the dub. Lastly, the final Friday night contest is a Mountain West showdown between 10-2 UNLV and 8-4 Boise State. Now, don't let the Runnin' Rebs record fool you. That 10-2 record is a little suspect. Boise State is much tougher competition, and I don't see the Broncos losing this one. Give me the Broncos in this one, 10 points or more, honestly. I think this one is actually going to be close in the first half, but Boise State finds a way to win this one, going away in the fourth quarter. All right, moving on to our Saturday slate of championships. Let's start with some early morning competition. All right, first up, the Big 12 Championship, number 11 BYU taking their 11-1 record against Texas Tech, coming in at number 4, also with an 11-1 record. And honestly, both of these teams are very evenly matched, but something tells me the Red Raiders have just a little bit more power in their lineup. Give me Texas Tech in this one, 2 touchdowns or more, claiming the Big 12 Championship and a spot in the college football playoffs. Next up, the MAC Championship. I also know nothing about either of these teams. You've got 7-5 Miami of Ohio traveling to 8-4 Western Michigan. Ooh, I mean, honestly, let's just go with the spread on this one. The spread says Western Michigan. I'm going to go with Western Michigan on this one. 4 points or less, though. It's going to be a close one, but yeah, Western Michigan comes out with the dub, claiming the MAC championship. All right, and we're just going to keep it with the time slate on this one. I don't know why the SEC championship is pretty much a midday game, but you know what? It is what it is. I know East Coast is 4 in the afternoon, but you know, here in the Mountain Time Zone, it's 2 in the afternoon, so it's just weird. You'd think this one would be a sexier primetime matchup, but it is what it is. So the SEC Championship, number 3 Georgia takes their 11-1 record to number 9 Alabama 10-2. And honestly, this is going to be a dogfight. This might be the second best game of the day. And I don't know if Alabama has what it takes to actually walk away with the championship in this one. Give me Georgia in this one. 7 points or less, claiming the SEC title, locking in a spot in the college football playoffs. And we're going to flip the script. We're actually going to do ACC first. This is really kind of a nasty, nasty game. 7-5 Duke, who by some weird mathematical tiebreaker, it took like 4 or 5 steps in the tiebreaker for Duke to lock in their spot in the ACC championship game. They're going to take on number 17 Virginia and their 10-2 record. And I know that the experts in Vegas have the spread for Virginia winning this one at 4, but realistically, give me the Cavs in this one, 10 points or more. I don't think Duke has what it takes to hang with the Cavs in this one. Virginia's just sneaky good this year. And I saw it firsthand with Florida State in that Friday night contest. That was FSU's first loss, and it kind of derailed their whole season from there. It's terrible. They're sneaky good. I don't know why. I don't know how, but yeah. Give me the Cavs in this one, 10 points or more. Crazy game. Lastly, Big Ten Championship, number 1 versus number 2. 2 undefeated teams, Ohio State, Indiana. Why is game day not here? It blows my mind. Just goes to show you ESPN loyalty is always to the SEC. Make that make sense. But either way, Big Ten Championship, this is the game of the day. This is going to be a dogfight. And as much as I want to see Indiana upset the Buckeyes, I really do. I'm pulling for the Hoosiers on this one. I would love to see the Hoosiers upset the Buckeyes. Pick-wise, I've got to go with the money line on this one. Ohio State favored in it, and honestly, I'm going to have to pick Ohio State to win. Probably a touchdown or less. It's going to be close. In the end, I don't think the Hoosiers have what it takes to beat them to claim the conference championship. Either way, they should still make it into the college football playoffs, even with a loss. They should still lock up one of those other spots. So, good luck, Hoosiers. I'm pulling for you. Just don't think you have what it takes to beat Ohio State. There you have it, folks. Another episode of Laces Out is officially in the books. As we say every week, if you like the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It greatly appeases all the algorithms from the social media gods. And also, side note, should have said this in the beginning, hope everyone that celebrated Thanksgiving had a wonderful, merry, and safe Thanksgiving. Thank you again for watching. And we hope you guys enjoyed this weekend's slate of games. And we'll check back in with you guys again next week for another episode of Laces Out. So, take care.